I'm David McGill. I'm Steadicam operator for this movie, and this is a Steadicam, and we're going to show you how it works. So here we go. First of all, one of the most important parts of Steadicam is this little piece right here. This is called the gimbal, and this is what allows. It's kind of caught right here. Hang on a second. Now I'll have to wait until it gets through loading, but it allows it to pivot around like that. This is the harness, which I wear on my body. Take the phone off. This is the arm. This is the other very important part. This is what supports the weight of the camera.
Outside with it? Is that a possibility? We can move all those back.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Slade, go ahead, just step
You
it
just
over
mount
here
like
this way or
this.
something like that.
Get up under it, take the weight, and then this arm supports the weight of the camera. And let me balance this real quick.
Watch your back there, David. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
So it allows me to move around. I can, like, walk along. Camera stays steady, right? And down here, if you can see, this is, instead of looking through an eyepiece, I look at this monitor, and that's how I see what the camera sees. Because if I tried to put my eye on an eyepiece, I would, bump the camera. So I've got to be isolated from it. And this supports the camera, and it just, once you have everything adjusted right, it stays where you want it to stay, and you can walk around with it, without even holding on to it. It stays pretty much where it's supposed to be. So that's it. Most challenging aspect, well, it can be pretty physically demanding sometimes. The scene that we were doing this morning was bringing the main actors in down 2 flights of stairs, or 4 flights of stairs, 2 floors. And just going up and down the stairs with 70 pounds on is pretty challenging. And then another challenging aspect is you're physically navigating through the set, having to watch where you're walking. Sometimes you have to hit precise marks, and sometimes also you have film equipment like lights and stands and things like that you have to keep out of the shot, but at the same time keep the actors in the shot, keep the headroom just right, and all that stuff. And just depending on how complicated the shot is, it can just be very complex. All the while, you've got 70 pounds on you that you're trying to negotiate around through some tight quarters sometimes. So that's probably the toughest part of it.
My name is Tedd Underwood. I am the best boy of the electric department. We in the electric department are responsible for lighting the set, and the electric department is led by the gaffer. I am the lieutenant to the gaffer, and I'm in charge of equipment maintenance and also keeping this manpower staffed up with proper manpower. Well, the gaffer works directly for the director of photography, and so he's, they'll talk a bit. The DP and the gaffer will get an idea as to what kind of look they're going for. Typically, the DP will say, I want some certain kind of light. The gaffer, then being expert knowledge on these light equipment, he comes up with the best instrument to utilize for that for that particular look. As the best boy, it's my job to have that piece of equipment either already on set or at the truck and ready to come up and go to work in working order. And a lot of this is specialty gear that we order in for a specific shot, so you need to make sure that that's there. Next week we've got some balloon lights coming in and so forth. You don't use those every day, so you need to make sure that they're here in proper order and where they're supposed to be on time. I don't know, and I've never been able to get a good answer as to what that is. and it's and a whole lot of and it's quite honestly that way with most of our titles. There's a lot of debate as to where the term grip came from. Electrician is pretty obvious. Gaffer, they say that the guys used to have like a gaff bolt, but best boy, nobody knows. Nobody's ever given a good answer on that one. The set atmosphere on this is seems to be a particularly it's really a very pleasant atmosphere. There seems to be a lot of effort put into making it be as fun and there's a jocular as it can possibly be. Meanwhile, when getting the job done. On this particular show, the challenges have not been especially difficult. It's been pretty straightforward stuff. Thank you very much. But anyway, it's been pretty straightforward stuff and pretty not to say basic, but nothing that's extremely unusual or extremely difficult, and pretty pleasant for that reason.